Hello there, fellas. It's Cameron here, and today's video is about why fan bases really need to stop trying to defend some of these influencers, man. Because I'm on Twitter, right, and I see dudes like this apostate prophet dude that randomly popped up in my feed the other day. Like this dude, man. He literally pops up on Twitter. You see some of the dumbest shit only to get debunked by random ass people in his own comments calling him a fucking clown and a hypocrite. Blah, 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 right? And it's funny because this dude act like he's all knowing. Oh man, oh this, oh that. Nigga, you don't even know what you're talking about, dude. Like, what are you on about, man? Because like I said, it's a situation where, judging by the shit I've seen, that he kind of reminds me of those fucking Christians, or they grew up as Christians, yet they didn't grow up with Christian values. They never grew up with the Bible. Oh, I believe in the caliphate, blah, blah, blah. Only Muslims saying that shit, born Muslims, are the dudes that were never properly raised Islamically. It was those dudes where they just had some dumbass inbred shithead parent that was like, oh, this, that, this, and that, without these niggas actually reading that shit, actually absorbing the information, knowing why some shit is the way it is. That's why even as a former Christian, I'll never have problems with Christianity. I respect Christianity because, I mean, that's just how it is. I had no problems with it. That's it. That's it. Because I understand the philosophy, and it's almost as if that you can apply some of that philosophy to your life. That's crazy, huh? And I don't know, man, but dudes like this apostate prophet dude, I just don't understand his fan base. It's one of those situations where you can tell that the dude is honestly like a fucking grifter. Like, he just, like, most of the people follow him. He knows most of the people following him are not former Muslims. It's people of Hindu background, Hindus, Buddhists, atheists, Christians, just people who never really had shit to do with Islam in the first place, just saying the dumbest shit. Because, like I said, I go on Twitter, he just say dumb shit, instigate conflict with people, yet whenever people call him out in his own comments, he either don't reply or he only leave one reply while him and his followers are literally getting eaten up in the comments. And it's funny because, I saw, the thumbnail to one of his videos because I was trying to see what the fuck this dude was about, and apparently he had one video that's like, oh, why I only criticize Islam and not other religions. And I look in the comments, and apparently, I mean, I didn't watch that shit. I wasn't going to waste my time. And apparently, dude was like, well, why are you going to call out Islam for what it did to a religion like Zoroastrianism, but not calling out Christianity? And he's right. First of all, why the fuck we aren't going to call out Christianity whenever Christianity wiped out multiple different European pagan religions? Literally as late as the fucking 1700s, too. Because if I remember so correctly, countries like Lithuania didn't get almost fully Christianized until, the 1600s? 1600s, right? And it's also a situation like I said, Christianity was responsible for the death of also Roman paganism, Greek paganism, the death of Celtic paganism, especially. Goddamn, they Christianized Ireland so fucking hard that these dudes are hardcore Christians till this day, which is hilarious. But like I said, and don't even get me started on if you read the fucking Bible in the Old Testament of literally the ancient Israelites, pretty much the ancestors of what these quote unquote Jews are today, where they're really just a bunch of just ethnic months of various different ethnicities. With I'd argue most of their ancestors being descendants of fucking converts instead of actual Jews, but that's going off topic. But what Samaritans, other Semitic groups, pretty much ancient Israelites, pretty much wiping out the ancient Canaanite religion. People don't want to talk about the ancient Canaanite religions getting wiped out. People don't want to talk about the Byzantines wiping out quite a few pagan Arab religions whenever they had any control of the Middle East. Or people not talking about pagan religions wiping out other pagan religions, which has been a very common occurrence throughout all of history. Thinking back to it honestly, man. Because like I said, it's funny. He wants to hate on Islam because he knows it'll get him the biggest fan base, because he knows, like I said, since he's a grifter, if he shits on Christianity, he's going to have much more people coming after his ass that can actually defend their points, that are actually fluent in English. Not no people learning English as a second or third language. Nah, people that are going to sick his ass like a dog And it's funny because, like I said, he's been kissing the ass of Jews for a decent little while. Like if you look on Facebook, you people need to stop saying Christ is king towards Jews. It's anti-Semitic. Then was like, oh no, I wasn't trying to say anti-Semitic. You're just being hateful with it, bruh. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. The same way any motherfucker say that their religion is the greatest, they mean their religion is the greatest, and they're calling all other religions inferior. That's just how it works. Game is game, man. Because what? Pretty much, I don't know, man. Especially whenever said group of people doesn't even consider your religion equal, you better tell that nigga in his face Christ is king, and tell that dude to go fuck himself after. You don't let no person with a different religion disrespect you or disrespect what your religion stands for. Disrespecting the person you worship, like Yeshua, aka Jesus, in the case of Christians. Don't let a single motherfucker disrespect what you worship. Because honestly, every man has the right to arms in the case of defending anything he believes in. If a person wants to talk shit, you got the right to talk shit back. That person act like they want to get physical, beat their ass. They'll learn. All you gotta do is just beat their ass, man. It's kind of similar in the case of shit, I forgot what I want to say. Ah, shit. Excuse me for this, but I don't forgot what I wanted to say, but yeah, like I said, man, a lot of these dudes' fan base keep defending this grifter. Oh, I just remember what I wanted to say. Like in the case of looking at the Muhammad hijab debate with that apostate prophet cook, where Muhammad hijab was generally getting on that dude's ass, and the AP fanboys in the comments were like, oh my god, blah, 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 blah. Oh, they're being so disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. Look how disrespectful Muhammad hijab is in the comments. They're not even letting AP speak. Well, first of all, here's two things. If you're actually fucking experienced about what you're talking about and you're knowledgeable, you will never let another fucking man speak over you. Or even allow that man to attempt to speak over you. Put that other man in his fucking place. That's what you do as a fucking man. If you don't, you're a pussy with no backbone. That's it. And number two, you expect a man to debate with you respectfully after you disrespected a man's holy book by eating this shit, ripping it up. And you expect a man to talk to you normally after that, after you doing some low-key disrespectful shit. You're going to get disrespected back. That's how the real world works. Fuck, my bad, y'all. Yeah, but pretty much that's like how the fucking world works, man. You don't do disrespectful shit without a person being disrespectful to you. He lucky he never got his ass beat, because people like that, they only ever do chronically online shit like that. Behind the internet, because they know for a fact that if they were doing that shit to a person's face, they might die. Because I'm not sure what cook shit they doing in Europe, but America is worse. I don't care what people say. America is one of those countries where if you disrespect a person, you could unironically be a dead motherfucker getting beaten to death. Not Europe where, oh my God, the police is going to protect this pussy doing freedom of expression. Well, you see, that's where America differs. There's freedom of speech. There's freedom of expression, right? But nobody's going to defend you if somebody come after you and kick your ass. That's just it. Because the cops might come after, but they're coming after. They're not coming like getting your fucking head slammed on the cement. That's it. And that's why I said I can't understand how people defend this dude when he just low-key does some slime ball shit. And he want to get on people like Candace Owens, who I'm not a fan of, by the way. She might have a few points about some shit, but I'm not a fan. I don't care about her. Where what? This fucking Jew, like the Jewish rabbi, called her like the hard R and shit, right? And he's like, oh, where she's talking about hate of Jews, but you're not calling out the fact that white Jewish man, more than likely with a Caucasian, Central European white DNA, called her a racial slur, and it got leaked. That's crazy. That's why people need to watch what the fuck they say instead of being retarded and impulsive. That's crazy, huh? But this is honestly why I don't understand how some of these people have fans when they're not charismatic. Nothing is cool, but it's just cringe. It's fucking cringe, man. Just outright cringe. Like I said, I don't know how people could defend this dude whenever he can't hold his own in an argument. Because if you're in an argument and a person start getting on your ass and shit like that, and you start stumbling, your face start getting red, and you not defending yourself because they talking over you, like I said, you a little bitch. You ain't never had no argument to begin with, because in any argument or debate that I got into, I never let a person try to talk over me. Oh no, I took control of that debate. I took control of that argument, because like I said, that's what a fucking man does. If you're confident about what you're talking about, you're going to be the boldest motherfucker in that room. And like I was saying earlier, I got a feeling that this dude, I don't think he was ever really born as a Muslim. Like I said, he seems to have the same type of syndrome of like a lot of these Western Christians who grew up identifying as a Christian, yet they never did anything Christian. And the only part of Christianity that they learned was some fucking like warped out bastardization, pretty much taught to them by their bum ass parents to keep them in check. I mean, that's what it honestly seems like to me. Also, not to mention the fact of, let me mention another situation. Damn. Oh, shit. What about that fuck shit in the case of, who else? Let me think real quick, because I did this video without a script or any practice run, so my apologies for that, honestly, but, what's another situation I could mention of people blindly defending their fans? I mean, fans blindly defending their star. Fuck, honestly, I would say Jake Paul, but a lot of his fans are turning on his ass. Similar with Logan. Fuck, what about Deji? Like I said, Deji was cool at one point, but he had a problem where, like I said, he started getting on some fuck shit. A lot of his fans just stopped defending this dude, because we were low-key defending him whenever he wasn't committed to the boxing shit. He wasn't committed to being a man. He was constantly playing victim. He was doing fuck shit. And honestly, like I said, he's one of those dudes where you can't even defend. You can't even defend, bro, at this point. No matter how brainwashed you are, you can't defend, bro. You really fucking can't. Honestly. And then there's other situations where what, man? I've seen a woman defend dudes that literally predatorize and expose other women. Like, how the fuck you fanboying some fucking loser that's scared to go toe-to-toe with a man, yet he's leaking a woman's nudes that he had to get the nudes from someone else just to prove his point and make him look bad? Because this is funny, because this is like I got into a serious disagreement with this dude. It made him run off of a calling shit, because bro was acting big and bad, not realizing who he was speaking to, honestly, man. And he ran off and made excuses. And it's funny, because in the case of this female friend that this shit happened to, I told her, you got to start being more dominant with your personality. You got to start learning how to take control of a conversation. You don't let people fuck you over like that. And it's one of those situations where, hey, bro, oh shit, my bad. If your shit gets leaked, fuck off. If your shit gets leaked, pretty much, don't ever claim that as yours. Just let that bitch float around. If you don't admit to nothing, you don't admit to nothing. That's it. Well, fuck, man. This shit mainly turned into the damn posse prophet criticism video. But, oh shit. You know what? Let me mention Israel before I go. Israel is very similar to that. I'll never understand people who blind dick rides the state of Israel, whether you see this illegitimate or not. It's built for illegitimate bullshit fucking reasons. Where what, man? I've seen people dick ride the fuck out of Israel, where what? They defend some of the fucked up shit that the country done. But conveniently, like I said, man, I used to date like an Israeli girl at one point, right? Like, I'm a Sunni Muslim convert. Not the best convert, but I mean, I'm a convert, where what? She told me that if I ever met her parents, I couldn't tell them what religion I was, because they were not down with that shit. They were not down with that shit, man. Same in the case of what I saw like in Instagram comments. Like, this dude's like, well, there's Arab citizens of Israel, blah 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 blah. And I was like, well, would you let your fucking child date a Muslim? Well, oh no, those parents have preferences, blah, blah. Well, you're pretty much saying that you tolerate them, but they're not your fucking equal. This is literally like fucking blacks during segregation. How quite a few American whites saw American blacks, where you tolerate them, but you don't fucking like them. You don't see them as equal, and you've never let them have pretty much have any relations with your child. Like, honestly, I mean, this is literally the same fucking logic as American, segregation and right, like, at the beginning of desegregation. And about, like the fucking 70s and shit, for example. Like I said, a lot of these people are hypocritical. Then I even seen a fucking woman on Twitter unironically defending Ergun, being like, oh, Ergun, what's the passion of Israeli freedom, blah, 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 blah. And you see, this is why people need to stop fucking defending shit that don't need to be defended. Y'all need to stop defending people and entities who are they're undefendable in some regards, because Ergun was undeniably a fucking terrorist organization. That's what makes them different from Hamas. Hamas is a militant organization. Whether you consider them a freedom fighter organization or terrorist organization, that's on you. Ergun was undeniably a terrorist organization. That's all Ergun ever was. That's all it ever was going to fucking be. Because where they're fucking kidnapping and murdering innocent British officers just because 3 of your dudes that got convicted of doing fucking terrorist actions were set to be executed? Whereas, well, it's almost as if you don't do fucking terrorist shit. They want to kidnap people as retaliation because they won't let you dudes go and murder those people. And you get surprised that your dudes get murdered anyways, and people start doing fucking retaliation attacks against your people in both Britain, where British people, they're one of the main Europeans where they will not deny their prejudice. If you're not non-Anglo white, fuck, you could be an Anglo white. They're going to wreck your shit in, dude. They're going to fuck your shit up so fucking bad that it will make, bro, that should make 9/11 look like nothing. Honestly, man. Same whenever the British soldiers started retaliating in the streets of fucking Jerusalem, shooting at civilians and shit. Civilians and some of these potentially militia aligned dudes. Like, it's one of those situations where they had it coming. And all they really did was just made shit worse for Jews worldwide. It just made people like them even less. Like, honestly, like, how can you support entities like this? Or individuals like this, where there's really no reason why you should be defending any of these fucking people involved in any of this bullshit. Well, fuck, that's the end of that, man. This is Cameron, sending my regards. Peace.